We live? Cool. We are live. Alright, welcome to yet another round of the OU tournament. This is between Attea and Danyel. I believe this is losers round 1. So both these players lost their first match and now they're going to see if they can progress in the lower bracket. Here we see Attea's Sylveon matching up very nicely into Daniel's lead Latios here. Danyel, we saw last time, is trying to set up Tailwind with Latios in order for big scary threats to sweep, or do damage at least. So Sylveon being the lead here and threatening Latios is a pretty fortuitous situation for Attea. Attea's team is a Webs team. Or I think it might be a Webs team. It's certainly a Aracosta team, which is pretty pog. Yeah, I think there's Webs on Infomon as well. Goes into Garudamon, Fairy move, and goes into Rotom, predicting the Sacred Fire. Jeezo, that was big damage. Yeah, you've kind of just... maybe would like to see Volt Switch here. I think Volt Switch would probably kill at this range. You probably don't need to risk the Hydro Pump. Goes for the Hydro anyway. Latios comes in and takes that rather well, and now we'll be able to get the Tailwind up, so... Daniel managed to position fairly well after that poor first turn matchup. The Thunder Wave, which put paid to Latios in Daniel's last match, so hopefully for Daniel's sake there are no unlucky paralysis situations here. So Volt Switch back out to Sylveon. Should take that. Wow, did not take that Psychic well at all. Obviously it was a crit, but I still expected it to avoid the 2-hit KO, but never mind, it's a Life Orb Latios after all, pretty strong. Rampardos is not going to take that. Wow, I'm honestly really surprised that Rampardos managed to live. That's quite impressive. There goes the Tailwind. It just doesn't last very long, does it, Tailwind? Ooh, I don't know about this. I guess Sturdy is a thing. So it depends on how much priority Daniel's got on the team. But Rampardos, assuming it has... I don't know, is it going to be banded? If it was banded, I would suspect it wouldn't have locked itself into Iron Head. It could be something else. We will find out. But if it's not banded and it clicks Earthquake, then it will obviously take Caracosta down to its Sturdy. This is great news to see these two fossils matching up together. There's a challenge in this tournament where if you bring a fossil Pokemon and win just one match, you get a secret reward. So one of these players is going to be entitled to that reward after this battle, which is pretty exciting. Daniel thinking hard about this turn. Obviously, you've got to think hard about any turn in which the opponent is likely to be clicking Shell Smash. Let's see what happens. Daniel is fretting about Tailwind durations in the Discord chat. Is there a generation in which Tailwind varies its turns? Oh, it doesn't go for Shell Smash, just goes for the attack. Okay. Fair enough. That means Daniel's free to bring in something that can threaten Caracosta. And that mon is Okuamon. Do you go for the smash? You do go for the smash. Here we go. So, Rock Slide coming out here. I don't think this is going to kill. Akuamon is naturally quite reasonably, but like, you know, it's got some bulk, not loads, but I think it should have enough to live a +2 Rock Slide. I probably would have liked to see Stone Edge on this set rather than Rock Slide, just for that extra damage. sure if this is an adamant. Adamant, Caracosta or Jolly, but I would expect this rock slide to do something like 80%. Okay, decides to sack Latios. Doesn't want to take the risk. Here is Lilymon. And there's the priority vacuum wave. There we go. So any priority on the opponent's team sadly means that Caracosta is unlikely to get much done. But you know, it killed the Latios. It's not nothing. It means there's no more tailwind for Danyel this game. RIP Crush. Toxic on the Lando, that's decent. Toxic on anything is useful. I'd like to see webs here. It would nullify or at least cause nuisance to the Lilymon a little bit. Maybe allowing Volcanion to get something done against it. Ooh, gets the choice specs knocked off. That's not what you want to see. Obviously Steam Eruption's still very threatening to Landorus. I mean, I guess Lilymon doesn't have a way of OHKOing this Volcanion. But if this is an offensive Lando, it does outspeed Volcanion, so we could be seeing an Earthquake come out here. If it's not offensive, I'm actually not sure, which I think, yeah, Volcanion would outspeed, particularly if it's timid. We did see this, yeah, okay, is... Wow, Volcanion, okay, takes that fairly well, but doesn't manage to get the kill. Ooh, oh, but the poison does finish it off, so that's something at least. Now, I don't think a Vacuum Wave from Lilymon kills here, so if there was a way that Attea could get sticky webs up at some point, it might be able to do something with Volcanion further down the line. But sadly, this Garudamon is basically impossible to switch into, so you kind of have to sacrifice at that point. And I think Garudamon kind of just wins here. Even at -1, this is going to do a lot. Yeah, a burn will finish it off. And there's, yeah, you can go into Infomon again if you want to try and make it not OHKO matchup, but I think this is GG at this point. Attea bringing a rather ambitious team to an OU tournament. She's very open about the distaste she has for OU, the try-hard nature of it, the restrictions it puts on team building. Okay, well, we can maybe get some fun confusion stuff going on here. And I do sympathize because it's fun to use fun Pokemon, and OU is a format that doesn't really encourage or allow for super experimental team builds. Even Daniel's using a pretty experimental team here, but the presence of a Pokemon like Garudamon, Lilymon, Latios, it's going to be difficult to win with Machamp and the squad, but Attea putting up a good fight nonetheless. Sticky webs coming out, sadly far too late, I think. I don't know what set this Okuamon is. Did we ever see a Swords Dance? It could just be 4 attacks. Well, Infomon will get the Okuamon down, but it will be a little bit too late at this point. Lilymon comes in, inflicts Heat Wave, and that should be game over. Heat Wave can miss, of course. It could miss 10 times in a row, in fact, but it doesn't. So there we go. GG. Daniel wins and advances to losers bracket round 2.